All right, call to order. All right, I call to order the Bergen Community College Board of Trustees meeting dated today, Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. Maria, please read the Open Public Meetings Act statement.
Yes, Madam Chair. The notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act of the State of New Jersey have been satisfied by an annual notice, including the date, time, and place of this meeting, posted in the first floor main lobby of the Picken Education Center of Bergen Community College, was mailed to the Record in the Herald News and filed with the clerk of the County of Bergen on December 4th, 2022.
Thank you. Maria, roll call, please.
Yes, Secretary Barretto.
Here.
Chairperson Blakesley.
Here.
Trustee Delicio is absent this evening. Treasurer Fletcher.
Here.
Trustee Longo.
Here.
Trustee Morales Diaz.
Here.
Trustee Polino is absent this evening. Trustee Ranjon. Vice Chairman Silverstein.
Here.
Our alumni trustee Alicia Guidolin Hockman.
Here.
We have President Friedman.
Here.
And we have our legal counsel, Arlene Q. Perez.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We will now take reports. Does the Vice Chairman have a report?
No. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Jumping ahead of it?
Sorry.
Look, treasurer, C.
C. I will give my
Trustee
report.
Silverstein. Okay.
I just briefly want to say, I was thinking a lot after I left the last meeting about our head of grants retiring and the impact that he had. And there's often a lot of our faculty here, and it doesn't get said frequently enough or often enough that we really appreciate everything that everybody does to make this institution what it is, and you are the backbone and the heartbeat of this college. And I was just thinking about one person for, 35 years he had been there, tens of millions of dollars brought in, all the president got him was a clock, deserved much more. But really, thank you for all that you do. So I just wanted to say that because I don't think it's said often enough. That's it.
Thank you, Trustee Silverstein. Does the Secretary have a report? Trustee Barretto.
Yes. Thank you for the clarification.
Yes, good evening, everyone. So last month was a busy month, and I was happy to have attended the Latinx CEO. It was like an induction, almost like a ceremony that they had in the Student Center, and there was a lot of people there, a lot of elected officials, people from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. So it was an honor to be there that day. Then that 2 days later, the Turkish Students Association had a wonderful potluck meal, and for students that are trying to bring to light all the devastation that was brought by the earthquake in Turkey, for them to come and just feed all of us and treat us so wonderfully, and it was just a pleasure to be with them and talk to them. And I told them that today I was going to just bring into everybody else's attention that there's ongoing collections, that things are changing from what they needed at the beginning to now. But I promised them that we would make mention of it today, that there's still an ongoing need in Turkey to help those that have been devastated by the earthquake. And last but not least, at the end of the month, at the Black History Month closing ceremony, I want to thank the members of the committee just for surprising the hell out of me and calling me up and recognizing me, and just, there was no need for that. I love what I do, but I appreciate the fact that you gave me a beautiful certificate, and I'm truly grateful to you. So thank you so much. That's my report.
Thank you, Trustee Barretto. Does the Treasurer have a report? Trustee Fletcher.
No report.
Thank you. Does the President have a report? Dr. Friedman?
I do, Madam Chairperson. First, I'd like to start by asking everybody to please keep Trustee Stephen Polino in your thoughts and prayers. 3 items hot off the press. The big external innovation center sign for the outside of the Lyndhurst campus is being installed next Wednesday. We're all happy that this early phase piece is being accomplished. And just today, I was notified by PTK that our student Marie Eng has been selected as a 2023 New Century Workforce Pathway Scholar. The scholarship program is sponsored by the Coca-Cola Foundation with additional support provided by PTK. More than 2,400 applications were received and evaluated on academic achievement, leadership, and service. Your student, the announcement read, received the highest score in the state of New Jersey. As a New Century Workforce Pathway Scholar, Marie will receive a $1,250 scholarship and be recognized during the ACCT Leadership Congress in October in Las Vegas. And I'm recognizing Marie, but I know that behind the scenes she was guided by faculty, and they don't always get acknowledged when we do these scholarship acknowledgments, and I know that her faculty certainly worked with her, developed her, and made this accomplishment possible. Also hot off the press, just yesterday I received an invitation from Middle States, our accreditor, to chair the evaluation team that will visit Prince George's Community College during the spring of 2024. After Dr. Starkey's review of their self-study design, they felt I would be an excellent match for that institution as they seek reaffirmation of accreditation. President Williams and her leadership team have signaled excitement at the prospect of my accepting this invitation, and I humbly accept and will put my best efforts into it, learning along the way things that can be helpful to us for the following spring. Last month, I began the board meeting with a moment of silence in recognition of those suffering from the devastating earthquake that created so much loss of life and property in Turkey and Syria. Since then, led by students and supported by faculty and staff, they have raised more than $5,000 for aid organizations, collecting dozens of boxes of winter clothes, hygiene products, and other personal necessities. I applaud our students, faculty, and staff for their commitment to supporting those who are suffering. And as Trustee Barretto mentioned, we launched Latinx CEO, a collaborative initiative that responds to many of our goals, including creating new workforce development initiatives, enhancing our approach to diversity, equity, and inclusion, and building industry partnerships. This program empowers aspiring Latina and Latino business professionals, providing students with real-world connections and career exploration opportunities. We pride ourselves on sitting at the center of the table with these workforce initiatives. And in another example, our expanding relationship with HACU, the Hispanic Association of Colleges and Universities, has now opened the door widely to transformational internships for our students. Drum roll, please. Last year, none of our students applied for HACU's National Internship Program, none, which places students in paid internships at federal agencies such as NASA, the Library of Congress, and the National Science Foundation. This year we have more than 150 students interested, and more than 10 completed applications have already been put in the pipeline. I thank Luis de Abreu and Gloria Savalos for their ongoing efforts in this latest example of strong partnerships. As we continue to prepare for our Middle States visit, the college has begun to offer additional resources for faculty and staff who seek to gain a greater understanding and application of assessment and program review. The Office of Institutional Effectiveness, in collaboration with the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning, has begun to offer multiple workshops under the banner of the Assessment Institute. Designing classroom assessments to measure student progress, aligning classroom activities with outcomes, and using evidence are some of the topics. We began our annual Women's History Month celebration last week with an opening tea and recognition event, a panel discussion on reproductive rights, and this past Saturday's Black Women's Maternal Health Summit. The level of engagement is high, and I thank the organizers of each event for hosting activities that inspire such interest. As the month continues, I look forward to the keynote speaker, Director of the Barnard Center for Research on Women, Professor Pramila Nadesan, on Thursday, March 23rd at 11 a.m. We're also greatly looking forward to this year's Literary Arts Series speaker, author Min Jin Lee, on Tuesday, March 28th, for various events. Lee authored the bestseller Pachinko. Please join us. I'm also proud to report we have secured this year's keynote speaker for graduation. With the help of Professor Mina An, Chairwoman and CEO of Panasonic Corporation North America, Megan Lee has agreed to address the graduating class of 2023 at MetLife Stadium on Tuesday, May 16th at 10 a.m. I'm especially happy to welcome our first Asian American commencement speaker. And last week we received word that Bergen has been selected by the New Jersey Council of Community Colleges as one of only 2 fellowship pilot sites for the Direct Support Professional Career Development Program. The purpose of the program is to provide a potential career path for individuals interested in working in human services and allied health career fields that support individuals with a wide variety of special needs. As a pilot site, the college will receive, drum roll please, $300,000 to develop and implement a competency-based direct support professional career development pathway. The pathway will be supported by credit and non-credit education specific to the field of intellectual and development disabilities. The goal of the program is not only to provide a stackable credential with transferable course credits, but to also create contacts and opportunities for potential job opportunities for students once they graduate. And a special thank you to Chairwoman Blakesley for her ongoing support on behalf of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Friedman. Now we will move to committee reports. Audit, oops, I'm sorry, we have presentations. That's part of. Right, before we go to committee reports, we have presentations by a number of key personnel, and again, I thank you for your work at the college. Without outstanding leadership from our faculty, we would not be the institution that we are. Okay, Dr. Friedman.
The first presentation is by Professor Christine Eubank on Women's History Month.
Good evening. Is this working? Okay. Dr. Friedman already touched on some of the events that have been happening so far in Women's History Month, and I would just want to kind of hit some highlights for you. I am the co-chair of the Women's History Month Committee this year for the 3rd year in a row, so I'm just bringing to you our calendar of events and hitting the highlights. So we're already well into the month. We've had several events so far. Most notably was our opening tea. The opening tea was emceed by Dottie, and it was catered by Culinary Arts. It was also co-sponsored by the Student Government Association. The events that I'm going to highlight now really shine a light on the collaboration and the involvement of students, staff, and faculty. Chairperson Dottie, she presented the recognition awards for the Women's History Month this year. Our awardees were Amanda Kuleza, president of the SGA, Sonia Brown and Kim Mako for staff awards, Dr. Maria Makowiecka for faculty award, and we gave an award this year to Ursula Daniels as a faculty emeritus for outstanding contributions to women's roles at the college, but also the Women's History Month Committee in general. These are just some pictures from our wonderful PR department highlighting the event. It was very well attended, and thank you all for coming. Thank you, Dottie, for presenting the awards. We really appreciate it. Also, the cross-collaboration with this committee. We are this year partnering with Performing Arts and the Distinguished Artist Series to bring June Millington to campus to do 2 events, a rock and roll masterclass with our students, and also a film screening of the documentary Fanny, which is a documentary based on this 1970s all-female Filipino-American rock band that was very influential. So Millington is coming to campus. She's in fact here now, and she will be working with our students, but also with our faculty. It's a cross-collaboration between Performing Arts, Women's History Month Committee, and Cinema Studies. In addition to this, Dr. Friedman also mentioned our keynote, Dr. Pramila Nadesan. I am particularly proud to bring her to campus because I am a historian of women, and she is a rock star in the field of women's history and gender studies. And I'm really tickled that we have an actual historian to address Women's History Month. She's a giant in the field of history. She bridges the academic and activist work and makes her scholarship accessible outside the university and connects in new ways with students. And her talk is going to be about innovative curricular collaboration with students and with community engagement. So I think there's a lot that can be gained from her talk and her experience building relationships with students, but also reaching out into the community and working with communities outside of the academy. So I'm excited to have her come to campus. This is also in conjunction with the Student Leadership Luncheon and the Women's History Month Bergen Bistro, which I invite you all to attend. And again, you're invited to attend all of these events, and I hope to see you there. This year, our luncheon is partnering with the Student Leadership Lunch, so we're hopeful that we can get much more student involvement in the committee. And finally, I want to highlight our work with the PepsiCo mentorship program for a Women in STEM career mentoring workshop that's going to be held at the end of the month. And we're bringing, with the STEM folks, we're bringing to campus 3 industry pros in the STEM field that work for PepsiCo, but we're also bringing Bergen alumni to campus to address and help mentor our students and help guide them in certain career and academic pathways so that they can move on past Bergen and be successful. So these are some of the programs that highlight the Women's History Month Committee's commitment to centering, celebrating, and collaborating with students, our cross-disciplinary connections, and our commitment not only to education, but to inclusion. So I invite you all to attend any of these events. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Eubanks. Next up, Dr. Friedman.
Someone who's no stranger to these meetings, if I could call Jorge Hernandez up, Director of Athletic Programs.
Good evening. We're waiting on a couple wrestlers. They're on Paramus Road, so they'll be right here during my speech. So tonight is my pleasure to introduce our wrestling team from this year and their coach, Chris DeSanto. Oh, there they are. They're here. They just made it.
Great timing.
Yes, great timing. Great job by the board. So first, I would like to thank the board for our new wrestling mats that we purchased and you approved. They were amazing. I think it was a great addition to our program. It showed, because we had our most wrestlers in the past 10 years. We had 15 wrestlers this year to wrestle for our team. And it also showed that we brought in some good talent with those wrestling mats, so thank you. This year, our wrestling team finished with a 9-5 record regular season. They also had a 3.0 overall GPA over the fall semester. Amazing. For the first time in history, the team had 2 female wrestlers compete on the wrestling team, and this is a men's team. Raise your hands. Natalia Morales
Yeah, very nice.
and Soraya Salford. Natalia Morales, in her first match, wrestled against Middlesex County College. Natalia shocked everyone by defeating the Middlesex wrestler, male.
Wow.
Not only did she defeat him, but she pinned him.
Wow. All right.
So big round of applause for Natalia. Raise your hand, Natalia. So there you go. They both ended up going to nationals and compete in the Women's Invitational and Nationals tournament, so our first females to compete in nationals. And they had a great time, right, ladies? You know, and they competed. They both had 2 matches and did really well, represented Bergen very well. So another round of applause for our ladies. Now, they also were part of the men's team, so they also traveled with the team when they went to wrestling matches all over the place. All over New Jersey and Pennsylvania and New York. In the postseason, the wrestling team also went on to compete in the 2023 NJCA Gulf Atlantic District Tournament and finished in 3rd place. Out of 11 teams, several of our wrestlers qualified for the national tournament. That was in Iowa, Council Bluffs, Iowa. For Matthews Marin, finished in 5th place, raise your hand, and was selected by the district to compete at nationals as the wild card. So the wrestlers decide on the wild card. He was chosen out of all the wrestlers. Dylan Toro captured 4th place, which earned him an automatic trip to nationals. Dylan, raise your hand. Unfortunately, Jeffrey Molina's not here yet. Jeffrey Molina, who travels from New York City every day, finished in 3rd place and also earned a trip to nationals. Unfortunately, he's in class right now. So hopefully, maybe he'll come in before I finish. Our region and district champion, Jake Farinaro, crushed the competition at the 184th pound weight class. Not only was he a champion, but he also earned the most outstanding wrestler award out of 60-plus wrestlers in the tournament. Jack? It was a great feat. Jack ended up finishing 3-2 at the national tournament. He had a great effort because he lost the first match, so that put him in a loser's bracket, and he had to climb back up. He ended up climbing back up, going 3-2. He had to wrestle 5 matches in 1 day. I don't know if you realize how hard that is. In the final match, he just missed defeating the final. He would have gone on to maybe be an All-American the next day. So another round of applause for Jack and his performance. He also had a 4.0 GPA in the fall. All right. It was a wonderful season. I thank you all, tremendous, and thank you to the wrestling team and their coach for very hard. They worked hard every day from 8 a.m. to 10. Was it 8 a.m. or 6 a.m.? 8 a.m. every day. So right after that, they go to shower and go to class. So another round of applause for our wrestling team, and thank you. Do we want to take pictures or?
Yeah. And I
Yes, do you have any questions?
I really do appreciate you coming because it's completely different if you just read about it, and I think that's nice. But to actually see the people who are accomplishing this makes a big difference. So thank you very much for showing up.
Thank you.
They wanted to do that.
Okay. One more?
I'm sorry.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot our captain, Janier Contreras. Raise your hand.
Oh.
I didn't have this prepared, but he graduated, I think, 2 days ago? Right, because he took one of those short
yeah.
short courses
Mini,
that end
yeah.
early.
Yeah.
So he ended up graduating during the season. So congratulations to us all.
Very nice. That's a great level of commitment. Thanks. Okay. Dr. Friedman.
Especially,
yes.
special congratulations to the young lady, especially we are on the eve of Women's Day. Do that again to all those guys.
Okay.
And I also, I have an 11-year-old and an 8-year-old, both who wrestle, and we talk all the time about the best wrestlers that we've seen lately tend to be women. And all the boys hope that they don't get one of those like really tough, quick women because they're done. I mean, his best friend got pinned in 10 seconds by a girl from, I think she was Paramus or West Milford, and had more. It is a sport of skill and discipline, and so to the women who participated and the men who participated, I know how much hard work and dedication goes into it. So congratulations.
You've all inspired us. You really have. Thank you.
What are you going to wrestle? The 105-pound weight class?
All right.
Dean Adam Goodell on the New Jersey Council for the Humanities.
Hi, everyone. My name is Adam Goodell. I'm the Dean of Humanities here at Bergen, and we have so many exciting events this spring. I just want to take one moment to tell you about one more of them. So on March 24th, the college will be hosting a conference sponsored by the New Jersey Council of the Humanities and the New Jersey Council for County Colleges, with the focus on the teaching of humanities curriculum at the community college in this current moment in history. You only have to be a casual reader of the news to see that many fundamental features of the humanities are either being directly challenged or even under attack. From book bannings in public libraries to the elimination of academic programs that focus on race, gender, and sexuality in some states and universities and even in public school systems, to newly emerging technologies such as generative artificial intelligence, the need to combat disinformation online. The list goes on and on. The humanities are really in a place now where we really need to revitalize. We really need to create a new argument to explain our value, and in particular our value to our students. Our humanities curriculum here at Bergen is a big part of the general education curriculum for all students. So all students take humanities courses. And it's important to keep in mind what these courses really teach. You know, they focus heavily on strong written and oral communication, critical thinking and critical reading ability, information literacy, problem-solving skills, the ability to navigate cultural and linguistic difference. The list goes on, and these are all really critical skill sets for a 21st century professional in any field. So those of us here have been working for a while to really revitalize this area, to bring in new energy, and this conference is an exciting opportunity to create a sort of statewide discourse. A little bit more on the conference. The attendees of the conference will be faculty, staff, administrators from community colleges throughout the state. And it will allow us to engage in this much-needed dialogue that I just spoke of, and hopefully collaborate, come up with new sets of goals, focus on new challenges, and overall re-examine the humanities experience for the contemporary community college student. Finally, the keynote speaker at the conference will be Dr. Paula Krebs, who's the executive director of the Modern Language Association, which is the premier professional organization for our discipline, the humanities. And to have the leader of one of the most prominent academic organizations in the United States come to the college is really a great honor, so we're really excited to have her here in this room. Dr. Friedman will also be providing opening remarks. And yeah, I just want to stress that we're really excited to, again, re-engage with this subject, engage with our partners throughout the state, which we don't always do as good of a job at as we probably should. And we're just really excited. So if you're interested in this dialogue, this subject, please, everyone's invited. As always, reach out. It's going to be right here in this room, March 24th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that it? Okay. We'll move on to committee reports now. Audit and Finance, Trustee Fletcher.
The Audit and Finance Committee met on February 28th and are prepared to offer resolutions, I think it's 1 through 12. Yeah, 1 through 12. And also give kudos to our Personnel Committee for working through a number of policies that we have in here and job descriptions. As someone who does this for part of his career, I know how tedious this work is, but how important it is, especially as we highlight Title IX during Women's History Month after 50 years of its existence. So thank you to the committees for doing that hard work.
Thank you very much, Trustee Fletcher. Education and Student Affairs, Trustee Barretto.
Yes, ESA met on February 21st, and I'm prepared to offer ESA 1 for your approval.
Thank you, Trustee Barretto. Personnel, please, Trustee Morales-Diaz.
Madam Chair, the Personnel Committee met on Thursday, February 23rd, and we're ready to present P1A through P8D.
Thank you very much, Trustee Morales-Diaz. Site Facilities, please, Trustee Longo.
Yes, Chairwoman. Site and Facilities met on February 21st. We do not have any resolutions tonight for the board.
Thank you very much. Strategic Planning, Trustee Ranjan.
No report, thank you.
Thank you very much, Trustee Ranjan. Alumni Trustee, Alicia. Sorry, there you go. Sorry, I apologize.
It's okay. I attended the ESA meeting on February 21st, and that's it.
Okay, thank you very much. I'll give my report. Thank you, Dr. Christine Eubanks. That was a lovely event for Women's History Month. I was able to present awards to key people at Bergen Community College, and it was just a pleasure recognizing these people. They were just outstanding. I also wanted to thank the organizers of Black History Month dinner. I see Deb Manning right in front of me. There were other people involved, but the whole atmosphere in that room was so supportive. Deb Manning played a video that was so worthwhile. If anybody has a chance to see it, I think the artist was India Ari. Yes, thank you. If you can just say it a little bit louder so the trustees, or anybody. It was absolutely terrific, set the whole tone for the event. Let's see, Women's History, Latinx, thank you, Linda Caruso and Cynthia Giuffrio, because that was very key. It was beautifully situated right in the middle of our Pickens Center, so people walking by understood the importance of this community. I love the way it was organized. So, I mean, it clearly said, be a CEO, cut your own path. Don't necessarily, you can follow the regular CEO, become a CEO of a large corporation, but you can also do it on your own too. So I love the message in there. I thought it was absolutely terrific. Okay, that's my report. Unfinished business. At this time, is there any unfinished business that any board member would like to raise? Are there any board members that would like to be heard? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to close the unfinished business portion.
I'll offer.
Thank you. Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Objections? The unfinished business portion is now closed. Is there any new business that any board member would like to raise? All right, any board member who would like to be heard? Seeing none, I will entertain a motion to close the new business portion.
Second.
Thank you. Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Any objections? New business portion of the meeting is now closed. Open to the public. We'll now open the meeting to the public for their comments. Is there a motion to open?
Moved.
Second?
Second.
Good. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, anyone? Please, we all know you, but please state your name.
Good evening. I'm Susan Barnard. I'm the Dean of Health Professions. Dr. Friedman asked me to share with you this evening that, mental health has become a focus for our communities. And one of the ways that we're going to help our college community address this is that I'm proud to announce that 7 of our health professions faculty have been accepted into the mental health first aid program. And so this spring, they will take on the mental health first aid instructor. For those of you not familiar with mental health first aid, just like we know CPR is for cardiac arrest, mental health first aid is about recognition of symptoms or situations that can occur and teaches individuals how to address those, whether it be calling for help or calming folks down. This has been integrated into our health professions programs since Kathy Pinatelli brought it to campus many years ago. When we went remote, we also had to kind of cease the operation of that. And through retirements and changes, we're now rebuilding that population, that faculty population, to be able to offer this to our college community. And that will be open to students, to faculties, to members of our community. So I'm really pleased to announce that to you this evening. Thanks. Any
Thank
questions?
Thanks for doing this.
Yes,
Great.
thank you, Dr. Barnett. Okay. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Luis Abreu. For the record, as of today, I'm director of the STEM program as well as the equity initiatives of the school. Right? All right, dear members of the community and members of the Board of Trustees, I'm very happy to share some exciting news about some recent accomplishments and developments that brings us great pride. First, I'm very happy to announce that our presentation proposal was accepted by the Association of Hispanic Serving Institutions Educators, and we have been given the opportunity to present next Tuesday in San Francisco, California, to showcase BCCs as a model for best practice in program sustainability efforts and to provide guidance to other community colleges on how to do it the right way. This is an excellent opportunity to share our knowledge and inspire others. One of the members of my team, Katerina Niaseva, who tends to fly under the radar, she is critical to the operation, will be presenting along with me with the support of Trustee Barreto. Secondly, one of our recent graduates, Bertila Bruca, has been accepted into a very competitive research program at both UCLA and Yale. One of those acceptance letters read as follows: out of nearly 500 applicants, you are one of only 16 students chosen to participate in this program. Congratulations. I reviewed her application, and the vast majority of her resume and profile were 100% linked to BCC. Bertila's success is a testament to the quality of education and the support we provide to our students at BCC. Last but not least, another one of our BCC graduate who is now a member of the STEM team, Shakila Besari, has made us incredibly proud by receiving her class ranking from the class of 2022 at NJIT, where she pursued a biology major. Out of 1,869 students who earned bachelor's degree that year, Shakila was ranked number 1.
Wow.
Oh,
This incredible achievement speaks to the exceptional academic standards we hold here at BCC. This is the result of the hard work of dedication of our staff, faculty, and of course, the students. We have a bright future ahead of us, and I look forward to continue working together to put BCC on everyone's radar. Thank you for your time.
thank you so much for sharing this. This is just terrific. Trustee Barreto.
Well, Louis, once again, I mean, you never cease to amaze us. The students are phenomenal, obviously. But for many people that don't know, when I speak with you and it's 6 or 7 o'clock, you're here in the building. At night, you get here at the crack of dawn, and I almost slipped and said something else, but you're here late, your passion on the weekends, you're always on call with them. And that's why I honestly feel that they're successful. You know, they're learning from you, you're showing them, you're guiding them, and you're putting us on the map. And on behalf of the board, I want to thank you for your work, because it is just a true passion, and we can't thank you enough for that.
Thank you.
No, I appreciate you too. Everyone appreciates you, but our student, I'm sorry, I missed your name because I just can't remember names, but once again? Chiquila? Yeah. Okay. Wanted to ask you, was BCC helpful in preparing you for NJIT?
Yeah, definitely, especially the STEM program and the research that I did. I Karen over there with the
Thank you. Okay. Good to know.
Did you coach her, Louis?
Yeah. Okay, anyone else to the public? All right. Okay, a motion to close the public session.
I'll offer.
Second, please.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public session is now closed. At this time, may I please have a motion to accept the February 9th board meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, Maria, please take roll call.
Yes, Secretary Barretto?
Yes.
Chairperson Blakesley?
Yes.
Trustee DeLucio is absent. Treasurer Fletcher?
Yes.
Trustee Longo?
Abstain.
Trustee Morales Diaz?
Yes.
Trustee Polino is absent. Trustee Ranjan?
Abstain, I was absent.
Thank you. Vice Chairman Silverstein?
Yes.
And Alumni Trustee Gwendolyn Hochman?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, motion passes. Consent agenda. Now on to the consent agenda for approval for Tuesday, March 7th, 2023. May I please have a motion to approve the following: AF1 to AF12, ESA 1, P1A to P8D. There are no resolutions for site facilities and strategic planning. Is there a motion on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Good. Maria, roll call?
Yes, Secretary Barretto?
Yes.
Chairperson Blakesley?
Yes.
Trustee DeLucio is absent. Treasurer Fletcher?
Yes.
Trustee Longo?
Accuse myself on AF1, yes on everything else.
Thank you, Trustee Longo. Trustee Morales Diaz?
Yes.
Trustee Polino is absent. Trustee Ranjan?
Yes.
Thank you. Vice Chairman Silverstein?
Yes.
And Alumni Trustee Gwendolyn Hochman?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, motion passes. An executive session will not be held this evening. Does anyone on the board wish to make a comment? Okay, seeing none, I will ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second? All right, I think we have a second already.
He's desperate here.
All right. All in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye, aye, aye.
March 7th meeting of the Board of Trustees is now adjourned. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, children.